Pam Heller, AccuQuilt's cutting expert.
And I'm Erica Botker, AccuQuilt's creativity expert.
Quilters, Turkey in the Straw is a classic block, and it's usually made with templates or rulers. But let AccuQuilt help you with a smiley disposition as we show you how quickly and accurately you can cut and sew a block using the Go Turkey in the Straw 10-inch finished block on board die. The Go Cheerfully Wall Hanging is a free pattern on the AccuQuilt website.
That's right. So we want to start making that pattern right now. So let's lay out our fabric on the die. Now we've got 3 different blue fabrics that we're going to be using to make this, which of course I love. Let's lay our fabric out on the die. We're going to start with our small half square triangle, shape E.
Right, so we're going to use these here on the outside of the flying geese and then here on the corners.
Next up, we've got quarter square, right?
Quarter square. So the center of our flying geese and the top.
We've got some half square in shape 6.
Right, and they're going to sew right here on the ends of our rectangles. And speaking of rectangles.
Speaking of rectangles, here we go. We've got both of our rectangle fabrics there, and then shape A. Now you only need one of shape A. It's the center block. So for each block, you only need one of those.
Excellent.
So this is on a 6x24 die board, so we want to use a 6x24-inch mat. And I love it because this will work with all of our cutters, right?
It's fabulous.
All right, Miss Pam.
All right, let's give it a little love. Slide that mat, don't lift. All right, so let's finish building our block here. You notice we've already started some of our shapes.
Got ours going. So the center, of course, the center block is going to go right there.
Yep.
Now we need our rectangles, and you want to be sure you pay attention to your placement on your fabrics because that's going to continue your design. And if you've got a directional fabric print like that one, you're going to want to be sure you cut all of your shapes the same way.
Yeah.
I've got a couple others here.
Perfect. All right, and then for our corner piece, this is super slick. So we're going to take a white quarter square triangle.
Okay.
And then here's the top. And then we're going to put blue half square triangles on either side. And I love this flying geese shape. So here's the other side of our flying geese. And then Erica, I like to lay my pieces out so I know when I'm sewing.
I always think that's a good idea. It saves you from unsewing later.
Yes, and this is actually patterned fabric. So I want to make sure my fabric is facing patterned up.
Excellent.
There we go. All right, so let's get started. Oh, and then this, we're going to sew this at the end.
There we go.
Perfect. All right, so let's start sewing our corner section.
All right.
And this is important. When I was making this block, I just did all of the corner sections at one time, right? Because then you can just do your chain piecing. And then I'm going to actually sew these together so we can get a little chain piecing going on here. If you can sew a 1/4-inch seam, you can sew this block. It looks so difficult, but it's super easy.
It does, with the dies to cut it for you. And I tell you what, with the specialized dog ears that just are going to fit together perfectly are going to make all the difference in this for you. Now I am, because these are pretty small, I'm going to go ahead and press the seam open.
Yes. All right.
There you go.
And now you can see when I put this other blue half square triangle, it's going to match up perfectly. And it's important, quilters, to recognize the difference between half square triangles and quarter square triangles. It's all about the grain, lengthwise grain. Okay. And then Erica, you can just press to the dark side there.
Okay. And then you're going to be ready to put that half square triangle on to the end of that.
Right. And again, look, this is going to line up just perfectly. Super slick. Now, when you're putting this block together, it's important to read the pattern because what you want to do is add these half square triangles to the side so that this quarter square triangle on the top fits.
So we're building a trapezoid.
We are. There we go. So some of you might think, oh, I'm going to sew this here, but then it won't work. So you need to add those half square triangles to the side.
always read the directions and make a test block. Those are two of our top tips every time, any new die, any project.
All right, Erica, I'll let you press this one away towards that half square triangle.
Alrighty.
I love the colorway of this pattern, but you could totally change it up with Go Quilt.
You could. I was just thinking, I love the scrappy nature of it. I'd like it if it was all, I mean, I love these blue fabrics so much. I could do the whole thing in those blue fabrics, but you can change it up. You could make it for different holidays. This would be fun as a Christmas quilt, wouldn't it?
Well, it kind of looks like boxes and bows.
Oh, well, that's why.
Yeah.
I just love that it looks like such a complex block, but it's so easy to put together with this bob die.
And see, now it's going to fit perfectly along the edge. All right, and then if you just want to press towards that quarter square triangle.
I will. This is such a clever way to build a corner unit.
Right, and then you don't have to worry about those Y seams.
Right, so you're actually, it's basically a 9 patch.
It is.
But it's going together on the diagonal, so it's just a little different.
Right, and so it's going to finish to a 10-inch finished block, so you could use it with other 10-inch bobs or our 10-inch cube. All right, now Erica, now that our rows are finished, let's sew them together real quick and show everyone the finished project.
Sounds good. Now we've already got this unit put together, so basically our rows, like I said, are on the diagonal here, and Pam's sewing together the first 2.
Again, it looks so complicated. It's so easy. All right, and now we can add this side. And I always like to, Erica, when I'm doing this, sew here where those half square triangles are, so I can start it there and see where that 1/4 inch seam is. All right, let's see how we did.
There we go. We've got our perfect 10-inch finished block made.
Oh, it's great. All right, quilters, you want to follow the pattern to add the sashing, cornerstones, and an outer border. Add batting between the top and the backing, pin or baste, and then quilt as desired.
Finish off your quilt with your favorite binding method, and be sure you share your finished projects with us on all of our social media platforms using the hashtag AccuQuiltBuilt.
Making these fun blocks has never been easier because at AccuQuilt we helped you cut time.
So you can quilt more.